Hey everybody, happy Sunday. This is Jenny, and I'm not on the road traveling quite yet. Whenever I start traveling here very soon, I'm going to be posting a lot of videos documenting my daily life, interviewing people on my journey, and I've been really feeling called to be uploading videos to my YouTube channel, but my intuition is saying, do it. You have so many gems from this past year being in your hermit cave that you can share with the world. Like, I've learned some really significant spiritual lessons. But I'm like, oh God, who wants to watch? I mean, I'm not having this exciting travel life. Like, who's going to watch blah, 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 blah. But my intuition is just getting so loud about it that I cannot ignore it anymore. That I'm going to start creating value as far as inspirational messages that come to me every single day. Every day is a whole universe of opportunities that could possibly unfold and everything change in the twinkling of an eye if we choose to have that feeling of expectancy and be present in the moment. And on that note, I have learned some really big lessons this year about the feeling of powerlessness. And I just wanted to say, you are more powerful than you think. So sometimes we feel like, first of all, we're not going to be fulfilled until we have that thing or that promotion or that dream come true or that relationship or that certain number in our bank account or whatever. But that sense of fulfillment, it's like we have to cultivate that right now with exactly where we are at. In order for a different level of frequency of things to move in, because everything in life is energetic. It's all about energetic frequency and vibration. So what I've learned this year about my own personal power is that I don't have to pay attention to any circumstances around me, because by seeing them or feeling them, and there are things that do not please me, and I choose to react to them as such, I'm therefore agreeing with them. So the more that I tap into my own power and my worth and my purpose and my joy and my gifts and things I'm investing my life in, the more I'm like, oh, I don't have to agree with that. And it could all change in the twinkling of an eye. Like, I just refuse to acknowledge that. I'm not going to give my attention to things that do not please me. I'm sovereign and I'm a queen. I don't have to give attention to things that do not please me. Oh, no, that's not what I've asked for. And with my power that I've really learned how to tap into this year is, in my mind, it's the power of our imagination. And this is something that we all have. It doesn't matter what class system we were born into. It doesn't matter what our physical circumstances may look like, or where we may physically be in the world, or what family we're positioned into, or what relationship we're in happily or trying to get out of, or what economic situation we feel stuck in, or whatever. We're never stuck. It can feel that way. And I have felt stuck on and off this year for a number of different reasons. And the feeling that comes from that feeling is awful. I mean, feeling stuck, feeling powerless. If I let that snowball go to a really dark place, like, I just want to quit life. And this is not me saying, there's no reason to freak out when I say that. I'm just being honest about where I've been, and I allow myself to be in that dark place, to love myself through it, to learn about myself, right? And I've learned that I have the power of my imagination. I have the power of my imagination. I have a pen, and I can tell you that I have at least half a notebook of empty paper in there, and that I can write about absolutely anything that I want to. I can close my eyes, and with my imagination, I can transcend to other realms, to other dimensions, and I have the power to choose whatever I want that to look like. And so whenever I feel like I'm stuck in this emotional place that's really negative and it's snowballing, that is what really has helped me get out, is stopping. Because anything that I try to do from that emotional set point is not going to flow. So I stop. And I put myself in the corner, not as punishment. I know I need an attitude adjustment. With love, obviously, with love and compassion. If I'm in that dark of a place, I mean, I'm not going to, punish, but I'm like, I allow myself to go into those ethereal realms, those esoteric realms, and I just transcend. And I imagine the things, instead of giving so much of my energy and my attention to things or thoughts or circumstances that don't please me, that don't serve my highest good, and so to speak. We can choose we can make things serve for our highest good, and I realizing I have the power to choose what thoughts I think. I have the power to choose, and I also have realized that the negative emotions that come from some of these things are only a belief system. Like, I've made it mean something. And I've learned that I can choose what something means. We're told since we're little that things have to mean a certain thing, or it has to mean something about ourselves that is just intrinsically wrong or bad. So if something happens, I internalize that as, then I'm a failure, or then therefore I'm bad. I'm bad as a person. I'm bad as a woman. I'm bad as this or that. I'm bad. And then it's those feelings of like shame and guilt and self-hate and all these things. And like, I have the power to choose what things mean. I have the power to choose what my belief systems in life are. I have the power to choose to sit with myself and do self-examination to see what my belief systems are about life, about prosperity, about what is success. Because maybe I'm defining my own definition of success as what maybe I'm subconsciously comparing myself to my neighbors, when in reality, if I really sit with myself to learn about myself, I don't give a fuck what my neighbors are doing or what they have or what their goals are. They have nothing to do with mine. But then why am I subconsciously comparing myself to them and competing with them? It makes no sense until we sit down and we intentionally do this work inside of ourselves to say, well, I get to choose what my belief systems are in life. I get to choose what I accept and what I don't. I get to choose what I respond to. There are things that happen around me that I don't have any control over. My powers, I can control how I respond to them or not. I have the power to choose what I believe about them. What does that have to mean about me? Well, it doesn't have to mean anything about me. I know what my worth is. Well, then why are you responding with all these negative emotions? Oh, I guess I was just like subconsciously I've been in that loop. Okay, well, now you've been awakened. You don't have to anymore. Let's intentionally reverse that. And then getting that inner power back. Guess what? I didn't need money to do that. I didn't need anybody's approval to do that. I didn't need the appearance or some kind of change of a relationship in my life to do that. I didn't need anyone to come along to give me permission to do that. It did not depend on any outer circumstances for me to do that. It's my power. So in those moments that you feel powerless, which is like for me, I can say that's one of the worst feelings. Oh man, this year I'm coming out with so much more material as my story unfolds over the next few months and miracles that are happening in my life. It's not time to speak about a lot of it yet. But I have the power to choose how I feel about it. I just have the power. I have the power. I have all of the power. I hold all of the cards. And I realized that I was also in this downward spiral emotionally of blaming other people for a lot of things, being very angry. Now, granted, I also have been the victim of some things and was the victim of a really big thing that happened in the last year that I have not spoken publicly about. Later, that will come when it's supposed to. It's not time yet. But I realized that by me staying in this lower vibrational state, the people who have done shitty things, they don't give a fuck. Let me tell you. They don't. Like, they're not waking up going, oh God, I'm wallowing in all these feelings of guilt and shame and self-hate and misery and powerlessness, and well, I was going to go out and I was going to go, meet up with so-and-so today and have hot sex today and go get a delicious steak today and go enjoy a sunset today. But I think Jenny woke up in a bad mood today because of some shitty things I did or said to her. And maybe I won't enjoy my life to the fullest today. No, guess what? They're not. I'm the only one affected by these things. I'm the only one. So for me to say, how do you get past these hard things, has been for me to realize, like, I'm subconsciously like holding on with a death grip to these things that have happened. For what reason? I think does it keep me safe to hang on to these narratives? Does it keep me, what is it? That's my work to do to figure out. When we hang on to things that are self-destructive, it's because subconsciously we think that we're gaining something positive, right? Like smoking. Last bad habit I have. I love to smoke. I know. It stinks. It's expensive. It's doing damage to my body. I know all these things. But I keep reaching for them because subconsciously I feel like I get something in exchange for it, for my higher good. It's my job. I can do the work to reverse that, heal the root of it. I will eventually. But I realize that, when I've been pointing the finger at others, at circumstances, why would it feel this way if this wasn't happening? Or I would feel more empowered if that were happening. Why wouldn't feel this sadness and this, and this if he hadn't have done X, Y, and Z? Why wouldn't have been in this situation if X, Y, and Z? And I had to realize, like, by me pointing the finger at other people, I'm choosing to give my power away. I'm choosing to give my power away. And that is not simultaneously saying that it's my fault for what happened. No, it is not victim shaming. It is me saying, how can I put myself into the position of power in this dynamic, whatever it is, It could be work problems. It can be, debts, money problems, stress with friendship conflicts, relationship conflicts, being the victim of some kind of trauma. How can I put myself in the place of power in this dynamic so that I can move forward? So that I can move forward. So that I can move from one emotional state of consciousness to another. What lessons do I need to learn out of this for me to move forward? That has been my superpower especially the last year. I was kind of dabbling with this whole thing previously, and then also realizing I listened to some material from Dolores Cannon. She's incredible, old schooler, but a classic legend in the esoteric, just look her up. I don't know how to explain it. Dolores Cannon, but when she explained manifesting as well, and that, life is a movie, and we get all caught up in all these scenarios. And literally, if we could detach emotionally from all of everything where we are in the here and the now, detach and look at everything from like a bird's eye view, it's like we get all intertwined in all the drama and all the tiny details and the victimization and all these intersections. But if we're the actor of our movie and we put ourselves in the place of power as the actor of the movie, if I say my life is a movie and I'm the director and I am the main character, it is about me. I can't necessarily control who comes along in the play. I can choose what part they play, and I can choose how long they stay. I can choose how I, as the main character, respond. Like, what lesson do I want me to learn? Does my higher self want the me now to learn about these certain dynamics? Because the moment I become unbothered by certain things, they disappear of their own weight. Things happen to teach us a lesson. And if they're not clearing up, it's because a lesson hasn't been learned. And that's been another lesson this year. Is there's still a lesson to be learned with this, and it's my lesson for my highest good, and then changing my belief systems to say, that's my power to assign a positive meaning to everything. Bitch can't touch this. So I'm not going down the tubes for anyone anymore. I'm not suffering for anyone anymore. I don't need to suffer at all ever again in my life, period. So to say, it's my choice, these are the lessons I'm learning. This has taught me X, Y, and Z. This was within my power. I can flip the script, and then those things don't bother me anymore because I learned the lesson, then they go away. And then I can rise, I can transcend, I can change pages, change channels. And in my mind, I can choose where I am. I can choose where I am. I'm already on my journey in Colombia. Not to say I'm not present in the moment right here, right now, but having that time, 10 or 15 minutes a day, where I really meditate and I transcend, and I ask myself, my higher self, what's my purpose in the next part of my journey? I don't want to carry my old story with me, and that's going to be a different video for another time, but ruminating a lot about my book and my story and the traumas I've been through. And those of you who know, if you've read my book, if you followed me for a few years traveling, I've already spent 6 years traveling. I wrote an award-winning memoir available in 6 languages on Amazon. It's won 2 international book awards. It's an old story. And how much of our future dynamics we create based on emotions from past incidents that we don't resolve. And that's been my biggest focus this chapter of my life, the past year that I've been in my little hermit cave in Oklahoma, and I've been building the motherfuck out of my Etsy businesses, which is paying off already, but it's going to continue to multiply because I've been working through the law of threes. I don't know if you know anything about that, but that's between me and my higher self and my spirit guides and stuff and how I do it. But I don't want to live the same thing I just did. I want to take the wisdom from the lessons, but I focus on what I do want. What do I, asking, what is my purpose going forward? It's not just not wanting to be in Oklahoma. No, I've made peace with Oklahoma. And everything in it. No, it's about, I'm born to travel. I'm a starseed and a light worker and a free spirit. And I got to be on the back of motorcycles, and I got to go explore villages. And I love to just live out of one simple bag. It's part of my purpose in life, which I'll get into in another video. As a starseed, my purpose, to document systems. That's why I've never fit into any of them. I was never supposed to, which I understand now with my spiritual mission on this planet in this lifetime. But I don't want to bring the old into the new. I want to reframe all of these, and I'm going to choose to live in joyful expectancy of the best, and prepare to live a pathway in the life of my wildest dreams. Also as a testimony for other people that facing your fears is where the magic is. I'm about to embark on some radical things. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, this is a long enough video. I hope it created value for somebody out there who feels stuck. There's such a heavy oppression right now going on in the world, especially with the United States and the political stuff and the hurricane stuff, and you don't have to be a part of it. You can choose not to be. There's a quantum dimension where all this is made up matrix crap. You don't have to bite the hook on any of it. You can be in power of your own journey. You're the author of your own story. You are the director of your own movie. You can transcend from all of it, and you don't have to give a fuck. Even if you've got $3 in your bank account, and you're wondering how in the world you're going to pay X, Y, and Z, and you're eating one meal a day because you're hungry, you can still walk in joy because you know it's all going to change tomorrow, because you know that you've asked for certain things and you know with certainty that they're going to come. And then that's how you make things move. So anyway, I love you guys. And if there's anything in particular you would like for me to speak on, I'm a wealth of a whole lot of information on a whole lot of shit. So if there's anything intuitively that you would like for me to speak on, feel free to drop a comment in the comments. So, and if you do still feel inspired, I would really, the greatest way that you could contribute to my channel is by hitting that subscribe button. I know with intention that by next year, this channel is going to be monetized. I do that with having more than like at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I'm not going to, I know it's a big turnoff for me with other YouTubers when they start the video and that's the first thing they do. Subscribe, beg, plead, beg, please, do it. I put it at the end. If you made it this far, that means you appreciate what I've put out there. That's just a wonderful way to contribute to my journey. So anyway, I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. It is a choice too. And get ready for the unexpected, because some really big things are about to unfold if we have the space for them here.